Sergeant's Village end to our right, and Belize will be coming in the completely opposite direction. Belize in white jerseys splashed with red, white shorts on a dime. Raise the first tackle. You look for some support coming all the way back to Bailey, who's left his central position to come and pick up that wing back spot. Down the right hand side, the professional players. Plays in Honduras for Honduras Progreso. And he's been playing there for quite some time now. This is the Belize team in the middle of the midfield. Slippery out here, Keith, because the pitch would have been wet quite a bit just before the game started. Here's the ball down the right, cuts across the right hand side, tries the shot on this occasion, but with just about 2.5 minutes.
They were trying to knock it here and knock it there, but in the end, the shot going agonizingly wide, and Barbados would have to build on the left hand side with Applewhite and Holligan.
So strong. Belize now, that's a 180 turn, a sweep pass towards the 18-yard box. Out comes Primus with the brilliant save. In on goal was up to date on those stats this evening by commentators, Sports Incorporated's Marley Leacock, and of course Nicholas Maitland, the Nation report.
And they're playing with a lot more confidence and assurance. They're going forward again down the left.
So Cullion inside, back this time to Harris, who lays it on a platter for Bailey to clear. On the Belize left it goes. Leading ball by Atkinson in towards the mid, in fact in towards the penalty spot this time, but headed away. Yeah. So there's the Belize free kick in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Harris doesn't control on the first time of asking, and the ball.
More patient. If you see, Belize are very, very methodical, very careful with their movement and passing, and Barbados will need to match them if they're going to stay nil-nil at this stage of the game.
Need to hold on. It's coming. Applewhite back into his defence, finds Bailey. Former Trini professional then comes.
They're moving very consistently well as they play a leading ball down the right again.
So Barbados known as the Bajan Tridents. Tridents have a lot of pride, and we won't be allowing that in our backyards. Barbados nil, Belize nil on 21.5. Here's Codrington, the BDF man, comes back across and finds his fellow BDF man in Bailey. The little 1-2 played with Primus. 40-yard pass over to this right-hand side. It's a good one. Finds Sergeant. He gets on his
book for that goal to give them the advantage as we move into the 24th minute.
So Belize in possession. The shot coming in. It's charged down and then cleared by Codrington. Middle of his midfield. He's been asked to defend with Jomo Harris. They're supposed to cover that back four so that not much happens for the
venue.
Ball given away though, Keith. This is a chance here for Belize to punish the Barbadians. Tries to cut past Bailey. Good defensive work from the 6'2" defender as he lets that one.
The ball a lot better than they have done so far.
We sure do. The Belize Jaguars have possession of the ball quite a bit.
On the right side, another Barbadian player was in his way, and he probably saw the ball at the last moment.
So precisely that, he'll need to just, that split-second readjustment. Strong tackle there from Sargent. And Barbados in possession with Bailey. Cross to his left. Applewhite playing that lead.
5 minutes of good football, both teams probing and searching at either end. Half chances for both teams, but in the end they did not have the clinical finish. Control the game, look to get the ball out wide, cut the ball across the area and get some shots into Test West, because they have not really tested West so far after 38 minutes.
As Barbados now look to go down the left-hand side with Applewhite. Turns inside, then outside again. Plays the 40-yard pass. Hopeful one. Cut out at the back. And there's artificial grass surface at the BFA headquarters here in Wildy. So as the second half gets kicked.
Target first, maybe that team to gain the initiative and gain the lead. Belize trying to get forward, but good defensive cover work from Barbados as to go forward down the left.
So here at D is Williams again, changes his mind all the way back this time to Bailey, who will use his keeper in Primus. And the triangle completed. Codrington. Half minutes here. You're listening to live coverage of the friendly international between the Barbados Tridents and the Belize Jaguars here at the artificial grass surface.
In the opening minutes of the second half.
So a couple of changes then for Belize as they bring on Logan Dorwin and Therese Louis, wearing 13 and 11 respectively. Harris, 7-yard pass looking for Holligan, who fails to attack a last, and over to Primus, who delivers it on a platter for Bailey. 5-yard pass to Hinkson. Over comes Harris and says thank you very much. Into pass it past the keeper. He could have done a lot better on that occasion. There's Bailey with the clearance on 56.5 minutes as the defense into attack. Codrington with the defensive header. And the ball given away again by Belize. They're much too careless.
Be created, and hopefully a goal will come. Belize, on the other hand, they like to play the ticky-tack football, but at the moment they have not been able to do that. And again, this is Barbados giving away the ball for the umpteenth time.
Looking for the knock-on. Instead, Belize taking possession of it and prodding it forward. Sliding tackle coming in from Bailey, a bit too impatient, and the attacker goes tumbling.
Barbados defense went to sleep momentarily. Unfortunately, there's no one at the back post to help Belize get that ball squeezing at the back post. Barbados going forward with a lots of...
Well, kept the tempo of the game taken over. He could get the players to slow down, speed up, play that decisive ball as well. And he's now taking up duties commentating. I know he does a good, but as you said, he would be at pains with the Barbados Tridents midfield, simply because they're not able to keep possession of the ball long enough. Here's Jules. A box ball across the 18-yard box again. It's the clearance made. Some good defensive tactics, but not very convincing. And then towards the 6-yard box it goes. Two players colliding and flat on the surface. The medical attention is